I have bad news. I hate just giving it to you right between the eyes like that, but I find that's for the best. Yeah, when I walk in and I've put on too much weight and my old man tells me, you're fat, go to the gym, it doesn't feel good, but it's probably better than giving you a hug and saying, wow, you're fluffy. Just give it to me right between the eyes. So I'm about to give it to you right between the eyes. We have this virus. We have this vaccine now. Vaccine rollout. Somebody, of course, they had to put it on camera. Some nurse was the first one to get the vaccine today. There's video floating around of all the trucks leaving the vaccine center. People were cheering, woohoo, vaccine, we're all saved. I'm here to tell you something, and I'm not telling you this to bring you down. I'm not. I'm telling you this to wake you up. It's important that we're staying awake, right? The vaccine is not going to end the lockdowns. It's not. And you know how I know this? Here's how I know this. One, politicians don't willingly give back power. As we've had that conversation many times. The governors and mayors and senators are not going to wake up the day after everybody who wants it's got a vaccine and go, you know, they're all vaccinated now. Let's give back all the power we have. They don't think like that. It would never even occur to them to do so. That's one. Two, how many lies do you have to be fed throughout this whole process before you stop believing them? I mean, you do remember we're on day 9,000 of 15 days to slow the spread. You remember that's how all that began? Just go home, 15 days. Everyone just 15 days. It's just a pause. How many people told you that at the time? Oh, it's just a pause. Don't worry, it's just an economic pause. We're just pausing. We're just gonna press pause on it. And then whenever we want to unpause the $20 trillion economy with endless moving parts, then we just press unpause and it turns right back on, just like your DVD player. Remember that? I remember. You heard me screaming about it back then too. Hear me now. I don't care if everybody in the world gets a vaccine. It's not going to stop them. The lockdowns are never going to end until people just defy them. I don't like that. And I mean, really, hear me out here. I don't like that. I'm more of a natural rule breaker myself, but I don't take some perverse pleasure in telling you, go open up your business, maybe lose your business license. All of you do it at once. But here is the truth. If you believe sickos like Andrew Cuomo are going to hand back all the power they've taken when there's a vaccine, I mean, look at this guy.
The good news is the Pfizer tests look good and we'll have a vaccine shortly. The bad news is that it's about 2 months before Joe Biden takes over. And that means this administration is going to be implementing a vaccine plan. And the Trump administration is rolling out the vaccination plan, and I believe it's flawed. I believe it learns nothing from the past. They're basically going to have the private providers do it, and that's going to leave out all sorts of communities that were left out the first time when COVID ravaged them. We can't let this vaccination plan go forward the way the Trump administration is designing it, because Biden can't undo it 2 months later. We'll be in the midst of it. And I've been talking to governors across the nation about that. How can we shape the Trump administration vaccine plan to fix it or stop it before it does damage?
Guess what else old Cuomo was doing there? That was from a month ago. Guess what else he was doing there? You ready for this? This is really going to sting. Joe Biden's going to get all the credit for that vaccine. You know that, right? People, now not you, but unless you're a consumer of right-wing news programs, video, radio, unless you're a consumer of those things, the vast majority of the population, they're going to be fed by the system that this is Joe Biden's vaccine. They will. The news media will be crediting Biden with it. Professors will be crediting Biden with it. Hollywood, music, they'll be crediting Biden with it. Corporations will be crediting Biden with it. Joe Biden, he's going to get all the credit for this whole thing. Hey, thanks so much for watching The First on YouTube. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe. You heard me. Like it, subscribe. You'll get a lot more of it and a lot more of me.